Bet you won't get saddle sores from this one.
Alright, guys, I think I made my decision. Like, I know that you probably just saw a cut right there because I've been thinking about it for a while. I don't know, I just was debating the colors. I was looking at my own list, so I cut out all the waiting and me deciding. But I decided to go with chestnut and walnut because we were already wearing, like, chestnut and charcoal for the other saddle we were using, so I'm going to keep that kind of brown theme, the natural-looking saddle theme, you know, and I think it looks good. I was thinking this at first because I like black on a lot of different things, you know, like, I just think black is a great neutral color for many different things, saddles, clothes, like, just about anything. But, you know, since I already was wearing something that had a chestnut theme, or chestnut color to it earlier for the saddles, I figured I'll stick to that, and there is a chestnut and walnut version for the improved saddle, so we're just gonna stick to that. I know I bought this by accident, but you know, shit happens. So let's change the color of our saddle bag.
Always good to have one of those.
And then we're gonna go with the improved because I think that does affect it. I can't, if I don't think I've ever checked if that actually affects it or not. Whether chestnut, walnut. Well, let me look at this. Hold on. Isn't it
best to have a good saddle that'll hold
chestnut and walnut? So I might switch up the colors a bit if it doesn't. Well, that looks like it matches for the most part, but that's okay.
I got one of them myself.
Weathered walnut, nah. Weathered chestnut, it's pretty decent. Weathered tan, nah. Chestnut always goes good. Walnut. Yeah, that kind of matches for the most part. Well, the back end of it. That matches because it looks weathered and it matches the dirt and grime of it a bit.
I have chores to attend to, so let's get this over with.
You know what? We will actually stick to the weathered chestnut because it still fits kind of the grimy and, like, you know, used up look. I just ended that into my list because I actually haven't chosen these out yet. I kind of told myself when I would start this that I would choose them as we go just because I knew it was going to be more personal preference on what I think looks good. So I just added that into my list just so I can keep track of future things. But yeah, that looks pretty good, you know. Not a whole lot of crazy changes. Stirrups, I think I went ahead and got the hooded because at this point we just want to have stats and, like, you know, I know I don't get to use all of these in this walkthrough, you know, but I decided, you know, if I ever do other playthroughs, I'd kind of use these for different reasons, and they really don't make the biggest difference at the end of the day. Like, yeah, they do make a difference stat-wise eventually, but I just went ahead with what was probably best for me. Honestly, and then it was the brass eagle is what I wanted to. These I already have planned out because it's easier to divide these up a certain amount. Where is it? I'm looking for the brass eagle because I thought it looked cool. Yeah, yeah, baby. And then for the blankets. Really can't see it, honestly. Can't really see it, but we do know which one's the most expensive, so maybe just stick with that.
I have chores to
right?
attend to, so let's get this over with.
That's usually my logic. If, like, the most expensive means it's good, right? Not always, but, you know. Yeah, I like that. I think, the darker brown look adds a little bit of an outline.
To attend to, so let's get this
Sorry this is taking me so long.
I got one of them myself.
Let's see. I think Yeah, let's go with padded. Because now, like, this is the most expensive one, so we're gonna go with padded. Weathered stone, weathered walnut, Walnut, that one's pretty good. Yeah, let's go walnut.
I have chores to attend to, so let's get this over with.
Sorry, I was just updating my list just so I make sure that I keep track of this stuff. But alright, good. Alright, sorry that took so long. Just wanted to make sure I had everything changed and edited in.
Hello.
Whoa, whoa, did you see his arms, bro? He went crazy, man. What the heck?
Ain't that the way?
Alright. I'm gonna buy some hair tonic.
Don't you lay a hand on anyone in my shop again, or you'll never be let back in.
Okay, I get it. I shot up the town last time I was here.
Fine, all right. This is the catalog.
God, guys, come on. I just want hair tonic. I'll buy 3. Just stock up on it because we're gonna be growing out this new beard that I want, so...
Axel,
My favorite game. Hi there.
Hello.
Now that is some serious underdog.
My gosh,
stuff
look,
there,
look,
friend.
this was the thing I was talking about. People get injured, and then they come back with, like, an injury. That's so cool. He must have got caught in the crossfire somehow, but that's exactly what happens. They come back from the dead with just, like, an injury bandage, just like that. Oh, that's cool. I'm trying to see what is the one I want to use. Hold on, I have it somewhere. Here it is, Okay. So, we want to switch to... We're going to have the length of our actual hair be 5. So, this is what it was for the longest time. Now we're going to have it be 5. So, it's growing out a little bit.
Well, shall we get started?
Which that might have been what I've been having it at anyway, but hey, whatever. We won't palmate it. We don't want to do that. Facial hair, full styles. I think we want the forked Spartan. So that kind of gets rid of our glorious mustache just a little bit, but we will have the chance. We will have the chance to grow it back. Okay, I promise we will.
You want a haircut, or just looking to rile me up again?
Sorry, sir. This is the one I'm hoping we go to, just to do a little bit of a spoiler. This is the one I'm hoping we're eventually going to go to in the next chapter. You know, you see what I'm doing here? We grow the mustache, then we grow the mustache and the goatee, and then we add in the sideburns. Kind of like he's deciding to add on stuff as it grows out, and he was like, oh, this might make it better. Like, I don't know if that's how people with actual facial hair do it. I have a beard, but I've never been... you know, like a stylist with it. So
Shouldn't
beard
come
people,
back
if
here
you,
for
if
chit-chat.
what I'm doing
gonna
makes
sit down?
sense, please let me know. But what was I looking for? The fork Spartan. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna start growing it out as much as possible. We're probably gonna play missions, even if it's not fully grown out. We're gonna kind of like let it progress on its own, and I'm planning to do that with the other one as well. And I'm gonna try to have this grown out as much as possible and keep the sideburns shaved down. So, alright, now we're getting started. Now, if they match or not with our hair, or if it gets out of control, it's fine. I'm more just kind of like trying to switch it up every
Shall we get started?
chapter and like show off some different styles. I chose the styles that I wanted to do that I felt kind of connected and showed like a similar, some of the similar aspects, like the mustache is supposed to be kind of the same across the board. I decided to stick with kind of like an overall look as I go along with the growth.
Hey. I will
Wow, everybody's injured.
use an iron on you if you decide to wield them fists again. You keep them to yourself.
I am so sorry,
What
sir.
is it you want from here?
I am so sorry that all this happened to you.
Hurry it up.
Alright, let's see. Accessories. This is what we want. And we're going to finally buy the upgraded bandolier, upgraded holster, and the upgraded gun belt. We already have the upgraded secondary holster, so that's fine. We don't need to get any of this. Do I need any varmint? Nope. Actually, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, let's see.
Now this should be fun.
Is there anything to read about this? Permanently increases capacity for repeater, rifle, and shotgun ammo by 50%. Permanently increases capacity for revolver and pistol ammo by 50%. Allows you to hold and shoot 2 sidearm weapons at once. Permanently slows degradation for all weapons by 10%. So it's just better to have overall, you know. And it's a sleek black, so you know it's cool. Alright, with everything new that we got, I am gonna switch over to a couple new outfits. On
you raising hell around here again.
fair enough.
Hello, welcome.
God, everybody's messed up. Oh my gosh.
I need a wash. You got a bath?
I got someone warming it up.
We're gonna clean ourselves up before we go ahead and switch our outfits and all that stuff. Since we got a new shave, we might as well wash up. I'm trying to think of who I've seen in like a movie that has that look, you know, that specific mustache. But I went ahead and took a hair tonic, so
some help in here.
it was no, thank you, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
That way it kind of grows out and like we can see it for its full glory of what I want it to look like. And I love how we're just all awkwardly just sitting here with Morgan, you know, just letting him wash up.
You can stay another night if you want.
Oh, hold on. I gotta actually buy. You know, I'm kind of debating on I don't actually have it in my outfit system to wear that hat just yet. There's a specific mission I have for it, but like I'm not going to be wearing any of these special hats until that mission, but I'm kind of considering just kind of wearing it just 'cause. Nah, regular Arthur's hat's just legendary. We'll stick to it until, like, I actually have my system, and it'll be, like, literally every mission that has Arthur's hat will be a different variation of that as I unlock them. But until we get to that point, I'm just going to go ahead and keep just a regular hat. Because I think it's not this mission, but it might be the next Dutch mission that we start wearing them. So, either or. It all works out in the end. What else? What else did I get? Stolen hat? Is it a stolen hat? Yes, it is. The newsboy cap. We got that from Cornwall's Men. For Dutch and John missions, we're going to wear the Summer Gunslinger now. Weapon equipment. Switch this around. Oh my gosh. People are fighting. Please don't fight. Nah. I want to switch to these spurs, the ones that Dutch gave me.
Room all right?
Oh yeah, we also have to stop by the get our mail.
Hello, sir.
There's some kind of problem here?
Hold on, I think we also have a new paper. But then again, hold on, I think before I actually buy this paper, I think I also wanted to buy it from a specific spot. Yeah, I wanted to buy it from the new town we're in, because technically it doesn't make sense that I'm up here, but we're just gonna forget about that, okay? I think any papers that are specific to a region that have like cheats or anything special in it, unique, you can buy every single paper at the end of the game and it will give you all of them. But I'm gonna try to stick to buying certain paper in areas that like technically the gang is in, so we're gonna buy them mostly in Saint Denis and Rhodes. So that's why I didn't buy it from there.
I hope you keep the peace for once, you brute.
My gosh, everybody's a jerk today. So we just got a cool little rock statue that we could sell, but we won't. Alright, we've pretty much done everything that I wanted to here. Bought everything I wanted. Switched everything over that I wanted. Got a new shave. Even did the little bit of hunting I needed to do.
Hey!
Let's actually see if the journal updated yet. Okay, so it should be an owl.
Let me get through.
Let's actually save and load so I can see that it actually did its thing. And there it is, the quail at the top and the owl on the bottom. So we can move on with the story. So let's head back to camp. Oh, see that smoke? I think that's a Lemoyne Raiders camp. Yep, it is. This is a very popular spot that it likes to spawn.
Slow it up.
So we're gonna surprise him a little.
What the hell's wrong with you all? You hardly said a word.
Just feels like we ain't getting nowhere. It's the end of the century. It seems like we ain't much further on than we was in '65.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. We can still live free. We can still say we don't recognize you or answer to your laws. Better to be one man living the truth than a million living a lie. Let me tell you something. Now, you all know that most of us old-timers, we fought alongside each other. 3rd Lemoyne Regiment, the summer of '62. We was hunkered down by Copperhead Landing for weeks. It was a terrible time. It was terrible. Food was rotten. Humidity was unbearable. Nothing we had ever got dry. But we knew that sooner or later the enemy would be coming down the Lanahachi if they wanted to take Saint Denis. And sure enough, one morning, we woke to the distant sound, the boom of a cannon. And next thing you know, there's grenades raining down on us, modified artillery shells, leave a man with the most horrific wounds. That's like nothing you ever seen. And then I get blown up into the air, and I'm as high as a house. And then everything goes black. And then I come to in a cloud of smoke. I think I must be at the gates of hell. And then it clears. And I see a swarm of them damn blue bellies. They're not 20 feet from me. And I ain't got no rifle. I ain't got no gun. I ain't got no nothing. So I just turn and I run at them. And they raise their rifles and they fire, but it don't make no sound. Their powder was too damp. So I get in there and I take them with my fist one by one until I know they're dead. And I just walk out of there as calm as the night. Something's only lost if you let it be. And as far as I can tell, you're all still breathing, even though you're a bunch of lifeless saps. So buck the hell up. You hear me?
Ain't gonna live to tell this tale.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Arthur. I think I already have that one. I'm about like 90% certain. I do not. I do not have it. I was wrong. Don't listen to me. Search this chest and get out of here. Got my clothes all wet.
Okay, girl. Yep. Identify yourself. I'm coming in. Both of you gone. Made us a million, Arthur.
Yeah. Now make yourself useful. And the first part of useful is not driving me insane with your constant complaining.
I ain't complaining.
Hello, Arthur. Complain, complain, complain.
I ain't complaining. I'm just saying.
You're not saying, miss. You're shouting.
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. Did they do things differently in the Navy?
Yeah. They left the ladies in port.
And you preferred that, did you?
Sometimes. Depending on the ladies. Should I say the women?
Oh, well, let me take it. Here. Let me just so it's not like a dot on there.
Between a rock and a hard place. I know the feeling.
Hi. Good morning.
How you doing, old friend?
Fine.
It's funny. Us ending up down here. My daddy died in the field in Pennsylvania, fighting this lot. I ever tell you that?
Many times.
I see I'm boring you, Arthur.
Worrying me. We lost men back there.
We have lofty goals, Arthur. We're trying to reform society to a kinder, truer, better way. Now, of course, there's gonna be casualties.
We're thieves. In a world that don't want us no more.
We are dreamers in an ever duller world of facts. Now, I'll give you that, but come on. We got the day. It's nice out. Old Hosea says that there's a creek around here. I reckon it's full of fish.
Hello.
Hey, old girl, come on down here. Why don't you show us this creek you've been pissing in?
Hey, you don't look too rosy, old friend. I thought this warmer weather would...
My days are looking good along over Scotch.
Always dream crushing and bubble bursting, you. Come on, Hosea. Let's go fishing.
Come on, then.
Why don't we just fish here? There's a whole lake of them.
Because I need to get out for a bit. Me and the old guard. Before any of them back there, oh, there was us.
The curious couple and their unruly son.
It feels good here. You did well finding that spot, Arthur.
More Charles than me.
It's like I can breathe again, thick and soupy as this air is. Might even do your whistling pipes some good, Hosea.
I was once in this country with Bessie. Ah, feels like a lifetime ago.
It was a lifetime ago. But what a life we have lived, how well we have fought, especially both of you.
I hope so.
But now, when things are desperate, we have to stick with the plan. Make enough money, then find somewhere where nobody will find us. Where we don't have to hide.
Like where?
I got some ideas hatching, but I need you with me, not against me. Both of you.
Of course.
Still, we do need money. So keep a low profile, especially in the local town. After Valentine, I want everyone on best behavior here. No trouble. But start turning over the soil and the rocks. See what turns up.
Dutch, we've got to be discreet.
Imagine what a slew of rich simpletons there must be down here. Oh, this is perfect for you, Hosea. You'll be able to play them like a fiddle.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, but...
No buts. Not today. We fish and we enjoy the day. Looks like law up ahead. Play it cool.
Whoa!
Hello, gentlemen. Well, look what the cat drug in. I seem to have gotten myself in a spot of bother.
Quiet back there.
Let's see if we can't sort this out.
Well, well, look who it is.
How are you, boys?
Fine.
This is quite some country you have here.
We like it well enough.
Hoagie McIntosh, at your service.
Lee Gray. This is my deputy, Archibald McGregor.
It's good to meet you.
You a Scot?
Partly. The best part.
Of course.
Now, tell me, sir, what did the silly, fancy fop back there do? Nothing too terrible, I trust.
He was accused of running a gold mining investment scam.
Oh, no. I'm sure he wasn't. He is a magician. I know him. He's a fool, but he is not a bad fellow. Now, can we just...
I wouldn't do that if I were you!
Shit! The Anderson boys! I can't have more scandal!
Well, allow us to help, my friend. Arthur!
Chase wanted man.
And take Archibald with you.
Just what I signed up for. Come on, big guy.
Perhaps we can discuss the foolish magician.
Stay with that train. Don't let them get away. Keep your guns holstered. We need them Anderson boys alive. Hurry up, David! Come on, hurry!
All right.
Come on, we're losing them.
Will you relax? We're not losing them.
Faster, come on. What's your name, sir?
Arthur Callahan.
Faster, Mr. Callahan, please. My neck is on the line here.
I get it. I'm doing my best. Looks like the son of a bitch is gonna make it. You sure I can't just shoot him?
No. Did I not say that?
You've said plenty.
Look at you two fellas all cuddled up!
Ooh, that must have hurt. Leave them. Stay with that train. The train is slowing down to go through the station. Now's our chance. Get to the side of the train. Come on, get to the side of that train. And get alongside that flat carriage. You think you can jump on there?
Me? Why me?
Because you ride like my grandmother.
You are something else. You cop bastard. I didn't do nothing. You bastard. Let go.
Come on, Mr. Callahan. I'm relying on you.
You hold it right there.
Yeah, you thought you got me?
Damn bastard.
Oh, I see.
Away from me.
Oh. Well, he fell off. That wasn't my fault.
Just you and me now, pal.
I'm gonna ride ahead and stop the train.
It's just us then, lawman. Come here. We need to bother. Let me go. Can't do that. Let's make this quick. This man. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Try at least.
Well, I might have got cut a little bit, but I'm all good.
Well, I don't think he's dead. I think I won the fight. Just about.
Bring him out here.
Deputy?
Sounded like quite a commotion. Is that him?
I sincerely hope so.
Old Anders Anderson.
So what now?
Take him in, come on. Fine job, well done. And a pat on the back for me for stopping the train. There you go. You are a natural. All right, let's take him in. Follow me.
What about the others?
Oh, we'll round them up. Anders back there is the brains of the operation, and that's really saying something.
You're the boss.
That was mighty impressive, sir. I have to admit. I'd hazard a guess you've served the law yourself at some point.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that.
Are you familiar with the area here?
No, not really.
On your right here, these tobacco fields? This is part of Caliga Hall, big estate belonging to the Gray family.
Looks bone dry.
Yes, we are in dire need of some rain round here, let me tell you. The Grays have lived in Caliga Hall for generations. Fine people. My family's been working for them for years. Sheriff Gray's the one I know best, of course, but they own half the businesses in town.
Which town?
Rhodes, sir. You don't know it? Where we're headed right now. Ain't what it was before the war, but it has its charms. I'm sure you already know of the Braithwaites.
Like I said, just got down here.
Another big family in these parts. They have an estate west of here. Awful people, truly awful. They've been fighting with the Grays for as long as I can remember.
Sounds like quite the place you got here.
We're gonna bear left here. Here we are. Welcome to Rhodes. Up there on your left is the Rhodes Parlor House. Very reputable saloon owned by the Gray family. We also have a general store, gunsmith, post office, train station, of course.
What more do you need?
Oh, good. They're back. And that's your friend, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna stop just ahead on the right, outside the sheriff's office. Can you grab Anders off your horse and carry him in for me? Sooner you get him off your horse, sooner we can get him in a cell. Carry him over, then.
Hey, fellas.
Mr. Gray! We got him. Very good.
I told you Arthur would deliver. Man has a passion for justice.
That's wonderful.
So, about my friend here?
Your idiot friend is free to go. But no more trouble from you, partner.
I promise you, this was all just a big misunderstanding. However,
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'll pretend to appreciate that. Mr. McIntosh, it has been a real pleasure. The mostly good citizens of Rhodes, we welcome you.
Well, we're just honored to be here.
And make your friend behave. We got enough trouble from some of the residents, old-timers who've gone, sadly, to seed and lost their dignity.
How terrible. Come along now. I will keep this fellow on the straight and narrow.
Come back and see us sometime soon. Excuse me, gentlemen. Bo, these better be ugly rumors. Is it true you were seen talking to that wretched Penelope Braithwaite?
I can't thank you enough.
Where have you been?
Around.
And where are you staying?
I'm renting a caravan on the edge of town behind the church. It's horrible, but no one comes looking. The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Gray's, and Braithwaite's.
Interesting.
Two old plantation houses, and falling out over rebel gold, and marrying cousins or not marrying. And
Arthur, Hosea, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that.
I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty.
There's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take 'em months to find us down here, and it seems like we can have a little sport.
Well, they're good bounties.
Where you hear this?
Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in bars in the north and west for 500 miles. There was talk of super agents of some sort.
Super agents. I'd love to meet one. It's just talk.
I'm sure it is, but I couldn't not tell you.
Stay out of trouble.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, so these two plantation families. Arthur, you start sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend, Archibald.
Good. Hosea, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Quite a fishing trip.
There's still time. I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur? Or have you had enough of the chase for one day?
Sure, why not?
Great. Hosea, why don't you lead us to that spot you were talking about? I kind of like this place.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid any more excitement. All right, gentlemen, follow me.
So how far is this creek?
It's a bit of a ride still, and it's not a creek. It's the same lake we camped on, just a different part. It'll be worth it. I saw some big drum and sturgeon there. Should be rock bass, bluegills, perch, pickerel too. It's a good spot.
We'll see if you're as good at catching fish as you are at catching criminals, Arthur.
Trelawney owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something, but his information is good.
Plus, we are now ingratiated with the local law. I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
So, you're going back to see that Sheriff Gray?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They don't know who we are down here.
He didn't seem the sharpest attacks. Neither did that deputy.
If he thinks we can be useful to him, he can certainly be useful to us. A little hiding in plain sight.
I feel like we're always hiding in plain sight.
But sometimes more smartly than others.
Trelawney's like a bad penny.
I'm not sure how good a magician he is, but he's certainly good at disappearing when he feels like it.
Where does he go?
Everywhere and nowhere, it seems. We wouldn't have got Sean back if he hadn't been weaseling around down that way, though.
Hey, Dutch, remember that time you found him in the outhouse?
Oh, yeah. We hadn't seen him in weeks. We stopped in some dead-end town in the middle of nowhere. Don't even remember the name.
You and Bill were off doing something, Arthur.
So, we pick up some supplies. I go to relieve myself. Open the door, and there's Trelawney, sitting there, newspaper in hand. Mr. Vanderlyn. I say, what the hell are you doing here? And he said, I could ask you the same thing. Now, if you wouldn't mind giving me a little privacy, I ate a rotten oyster.
Hey, maybe there are actually 100 Trelawneys.
This is the spot. Down to the left there.
Hold.
I saw some boats around last time. Be good to get to deeper water. Yes, over there on the shore. I'm sure nobody would mind if we borrowed one of these. Come on.
Whoa!
All right. This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
Oh. I got a good feeling about fishing here. It's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon. Oh.
Okay, here we go. Let me row. You boys are too old for real labor no more.
You're too dumb for anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
I enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper water and pray for good luck and stupid fish.
But what about stupid luck and good fish?
That'll do, too. Keep going. I think here's good.
All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
Should really come here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We should use a lake lure. That'll give us a much better chance of hooking something big like a sturgeon.
What's wrong with a good old worm?
Oh, worms are good for tiddlers like bluegill and rock bass, but you'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures it is, then. You heard the expert, Arthur. Let's bait up.
Keep the lure moving slowly on the water so it looks like a little fish just asking to be eaten. Got a nibble there, Arthur. Now reel him in, Arthur. Something's nibbling. Got one. Damn it, I lost him.
Hey, look at this beauty.
There you go.
Well done, Arthur.
They can grow a lot bigger than that. Fella told me he once saw a monster lake sturgeon near the mouth of the river, just southwest of Saint Denis. 50-pounder, he reckoned.
I would like to see that. Not...
Steelhead trout populations are dotted around various lakes, mostly in the south. Steelhead trout respond to many types of bait, most especially worms. They are fairly large and good to eat. Bigger specimens can be quite powerful and strongly resist being reeled in. They are notably more active in rainy weather. A few hardy fishermen in the northern Roanoke Valley claim to have seen, but never managed to catch a legendary steelhead trout. And I think the fish they're talking about now is actually one of the legendary fish we can catch later. So a little bit of foreshadowing. And I didn't realize that that would count towards the boat part of the survivalist challenge, which is great because now we just have to catch a fish off a railroad track bridge, I think, and then boom, we're golden.
There, hooked him. Hey, Hosea, you remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing? He came back with 3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah, you do. He was maybe 20, 21, walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast, toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh, I remember now.
Then, the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those bass?"
Look, you can fish, or you can go drinking all day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
You're getting the hang of this.
Largemouth bass inhabit open and flowing water all around the southern states. They can be easy to spot due to swimming energetically near the surface, but less easy to catch. Anglers report the largemouth bass doesn't seem to care for most lures, but respond well to fresh crayfish. Rainy weather is linked with increased activity. Some say that the San Luis River is home to a legendary largemouth bass. And man, they really are calling out Arthur there, right? Like, just... And he has a good point, too. It's like, well, I did it the easy way, and I had fun. So, really, who did it right?
Got ya!
Yeah, that's a keeper.
I used to go fishing with this feller back in the day. Wesley, his name was. Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We go out all the time. But one day, we were river fishing when we see a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, "Wesley, that was nice of you." And he replies, "Well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.
Well done.
Oh, Arthur's pleased with that one.
Remember those big salmon I caught in Montana last year? We had a banquet planned that night until Copper went and scoffed the lot.
You never had control of that dog.
He had some spirit, though. Never lost the puppy in him, right to the end.
You know, I remember us saying how Blackwater was the furthest east we'd ever been. As a group, I mean.
Feels like the more we try to head west, the further east we end up.
We had all those safe spots picked out to lie low in New Austin after the ferry job.
I liked it there. Still open and wild, the way it should be. Somehow the desert makes you feel closer to the sky.
No point us trying to get back that way anytime soon. Pinkertons have patrols out all over tall trees and Great Plains. We saw when we went back for Sean.
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse. Plans change. That's just how life goes. Did I ever tell you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15 and didn't see her again. She and I didn't always see eye to eye. I wasn't always a very obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow, even from the grave, she managed to have the last laugh.
Nicely done, Arthur. It looks like you got a bite, Arthur. Fish on the line, Arthur.
There you go. That's a nice one.
Worth keeping, that one.
Hey, I reckon we call it a day, fellas.
Already?
You ain't been chasing down outlaws.
All right. Think we got a decent haul here. Pearson will be happy. Should we head back?
We could keep the boat not too far back to camp from here.
Good idea. Could be useful.
What about the horses?
Well, they'll find their way back.
Just follow the shore south, Arthur.
That was fun. Thank you, boys. Now, Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
Okay. All right, I got one for you. I asked that gal to give me something.
I asked that girl to give me some. She says, wait till the taters is done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. Threw her on the floor and knocked off some. I wish to God I'd passed her by. I wish to God I'd passed her by. Taters got burned and so did I.
That was pretty good. But you know, what song we should be singing?
What?
Well, look at us. 3 mariners.
Of course!
Well, we be 3 poor mariners newly come from the seas. We spend our lives in jeopardy while others live at ease. Shall we go dance this round, around, around? Shall we go dance this round, around, around? And he that is a bully boy, come pledge me on this ground, ground. We care not for the martial men that do our state's disdain, but we care for the merchant men that do our state's maintain. To them we dance this round, around, around. To them we dance this round, around, around. And he that is a bully boy, come pledge me on this ground, 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 ground.
Oh, bravo! Bravo! Well, you know, we should not let the folks back at camp think that we had too much fun.
Indeed not.
All right. I think we are gonna be okay. I know. Well, I always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine. This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.
Well, I am going to take in the view.
I'll give these fish to Pearson.
You know, I think I've heard enough of your opinions, miss.
Is that so?
Yeah. Now make yourself useful. And the first party useful is not driving me insane with your constant complaining.
I ain't complaining.
You are! Complain, complain, complain!
Arthur, how you been? I've been real worried.
What do you want?
Don't be like that. All right, just a few bucks, and I'm short.
Get lost.
Well, I'll go try someone with a heart.
You do that.
And you preferred that, did you?
Sometimes. Depending on the ladies. Should I say the women?